start now.
Now we'll start. This is going to be a road trip to Cape Canaveral Hospital Parking Garage, and we will do Burger King at the end of this road trip.
That's the plan.
Which will be a separate video from this.
You edit because I wanted a dash cam operating because it's still the holiday season and people are crazy on the road.
Of course.
Yeah, that's why we don't take 95. That's why we got off 95.
And I better remember to edit so that way people don't know our address. But that should be easy.
That should be real easy because you said where we were starting.
Yeah, we marked it so we can easily cut it to that point. There's the red light.
And your sister heard a rumor. Remember we went to the Merritt Island Mall and we rode the elevator, looked at the Christmas stuff? She's heard a rumor that the mall is going to be closing down in the next year or so.
Yep.
Because the Cape Canaveral Hospital is in negotiations to buy the land.
Yep, I heard that.
Yep.
I heard all about that, and that's why I want to make sure that I get at least a couple final mall tours.
Well, that's just a rumor that they're in negotiations.
I know, but it's also a dying mall anyway, so that's why I want to make sure to get a tour of it. I mean, as much as I did a tour, I want to make sure to do another one in the future. Because I do want to get more mall tours in the future.
Well, there was a tattoo artist. She said it was the third tattoo artist that's been in there. They just can't, even though the rents are fairly cheap there because it's so empty, they're not making a go of it.
Well, that's why we need. That's why I'm getting to the point of doing mall tours.
We will go again in a few months.
And I will do a tour of the mall itself. Even without the Christmas decorations, I'll still do a tour. Because I'm still doing mall tours.
Christmas decorations are kind of sad.
I know, but for a mall tour, I'll definitely get a more detailed mall tour. And I'll get better camera work as for the elevator. Because, you know, I mean, I kind of was trying to focus on the numbers, but then I kind of failed at that. I look up at the numbers, and I should keep looking at the numbers instead of aiming down.
You know what we can do for the mall tour? We can go in a door, one of the main doors, and pick a direction, right or left, and follow the wall around and show all of the businesses and empty stuff.
Yeah, that's what I wanted you to focus on.
A lot of the stores that look like storefronts that look like we're basically showcases for furniture. I understand rentals.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad. The Cape Canaveral Hospital has broken ground on a new hospital and medical center across the street from it all.
Which will be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I've heard that Cape Canaveral Hospital parking garage is going to be ripped out.
Well, I'm not sure what they're going to be doing with the hospital.
But the parking garage itself, I'm wondering if they're ripping it out.
I don't know, because the top floor that's open to the sky and the top floor that the elevator goes to are closed off. You can't get to them by the elevator or by driving. And I don't know what's up with that. I've heard that the hospital is moving to the smaller location and closing down the big one because they're not running in capacity. also heard that the building needs some major structural work. I don't know if it's the building or the garage. I did hear during the pandemic, some news sources were talking about how bad it was because hospitals were at 90% capacity. Hospitals run between 85 and 90% capacity on a day-to-day basis because they're a business, and if they're running at 50% capacity, they're losing money. So they build hospitals to be at 80 to 90% capacity. That way they've got a little bit of buffer in case there's some sort of disaster. If there's a big accident of some sort, they've got room without having to like put people in the hallway. So saying a hospital is running at 85, 90% capacity, well, that's normal. Christmas?
No. Waiting for that light to go green.
Look at that. Motorcycle, tricycle.
Yeah.
The driver's got a helmet. And a jacket. Passenger has a hair tie and a sweatshirt.
There's the Burger King. Everybody will remember the video that I made there. Or at least a particular video that was...
A particular video where you were not being cautious with hot food.
Yeah. That's the video I'm kind of referencing out.
Remember what the guy said in the drive-thru that one time? They don't start your order until you're there.
Yeah. And I was just not expecting it to the point where it's like I made a video where I showed a clip at the end of the reaction, but I also showed the extra footage video, which is separate, where I showed the reaction. I think some people remember that video. Because I noticed, for some reason, it's still gotten views. I always wonder, to some reason, that I've still gotten some views on that.
People can relate. A while ago, fast food places like McDonald's, Burger King would make stuff ahead in anticipation of orders, and they put it under the heat lamps to keep it warm. Got there and you ordered, say, a hamburger with everything on it, they just pull one out that was already made. Wendy's came up with the marketing idea of, well, they're going to make it when you order it, fresh for you. Because they're only allowed to have the food under the heat lamps for a certain amount of time. That's why when we go to the grocery store, if you want to get a cooked chicken, I look at the time. They put the time on it now of when they made it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get stuff that's been sitting there a while.
No.
But if they got busy at a fast food place, and a lot of the orders weren't what you were ordering, if they were busy enough, they might not throw the stuff away exactly what they should, and you're getting something that technically should have been thrown in the garbage. So, it's like you never have that problem. You never have that problem at Wendy's because they cook it fresh. The other fast food places said, yeah, we don't like this. Well, you know, if they got busy and nobody was ordering your cheeseburger, you could actually be getting garbage. So that, no, we'll make it when you order it. Which means it's hotter.
But I've never had it that hot before. It's like that's the first time I've ever had it that hot, and the first time I've ever gotten myself on video with a reaction like that.
Well, generally, that was the fries that was hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Generally, your fries have them cook in less time, I think, than the burgers. So they've got a moment to cool while the burger finishes being cooked and assembled. And that was not the case. I have to turn that phone upside down.
We're here.
Yeah.
Well, let's go into the garage.
ringtone. I would make custom ringtones.
Of course you would.
Yeah. Okay. Text. Email. Right? My new phone has a cool feature that I wish the old phone had. When I put it face down, it's on Do Not Disturb, and alarms, which I believe includes the camera alarms, the porch stuff, and incoming stuff from people starred on my contacts list will ring through. But you did want me to take the car all the way up, right?
Yeah, I did. I that's not the problem.
Oh, okay.
It's just my foot itches.
Didn't scratch it.
Well, I am scratching it.
It's not helping.
No. And it's obvious because I had a cut on my foot when I was on the train at the Icon Orlando. I still got...
it's hitting the itchy stage of healing?
Yeah. You know how I was on the Icon Orlando train, and
You turned yourself where you were not seated completely on the bench so that you could get a better view without twisting as hard, and you slid off the seat.
Well, it's not just that, but I also somehow my foot hit something that was sharp enough to cut it, to make it bleed. Apparently there was something sharp on the train that I didn't even see.
I wish you had told me that you had been cut while we were there, and we would have looked and they could have fixed it.
They could have...
Well, if there was something underneath there that is sharp enough to cut, then they need to fix it.
Of course they do.
Well, if nobody tells them, how are they going to know?
Yeah.
Of course, how many people fall off the seat?
Yeah, and how many people have it to where they're wearing a flip-flop?
Yeah, most people don't wear flip-flops when they go to places like that. You wear shoes. You own shoes.
I'm probably the first and only person to cut myself like that on the train.
Yeah, everybody else has shoes on.
So they don't even know.
And they sit on the seat, not one cheek on the seat.
Yeah. Of course, this garage is big.
Yep. It's not as deep as it should be, though. See, look, see how the trucks hang off the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably...
The parking spots are not as deep as they should be.
Are there any upper floors that we can go to?
This is the 5th floor. We can go up one more. 7 was closed off.
Yeah.
Right? So we'll go up to 6. Cars in the parking lot.
And there's that fence again. Even though they will take the fence out, that's just what they have for construction.
Also prevents seals from flying in. I know it's black.
They have it for construction.
Well, it's not supportive. It would stop stuff from that's being dropped. Nope, it's blocked off here.
Of course it is.
That's 6. So, but we had to drive up to check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that fence is because of the construction. And I suppose this fence, you could say, is to stop people from walking through there.
Yeah. I have fallen through once. I mean, kind of obvious enough that I have fallen in some spots. Maybe I'm just
I'm gonna park here.
Let's just see how the elevator runs. Alright, we're here, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on. Actually, I'm not even gonna bother filming this part. I'm just gonna stop the video.
Stop that video.